Hello everyone. Welcome back to my chatty, sassy corner here on YouTube where I talk about all things luxury, and today we are going to be talking about an element of luxury travel, which is going to be the vehicle that you are getting around with on your vacation. Now, my husband and I have a philosophy that whenever we're traveling, we want our vacation to feel different from our everyday life. We don't want to just be driving something that's like the Jeep that he drives every day, that's like the Volkswagen SUV that I drive every day. This is a website called Turo. It also happens to be an app. And the thing that I love about Turo is that it is basically Airbnb for your car. You have people who have Turo that they do professionally and they run as a business. You have people that are just going to rent out their car, maybe because they aren't going to be in town and aren't using it. So you may be planning for spring break next week, you may be starting to plan for a summer vacation, or even for a vacation later on in the year. And so I want to show you guys how Turo works and how easy it is, how great it is to get a luxury experience right at your hand. If I take you to Honolulu, Hawaii for next week for spring break, you are able to see as I scroll through, yes, there are Teslas, but there are a lot of other cars as well. There's Maserati, Lexus, BMW, Porsche, Tesla. Now, this is just what's coming up first. If I were to sort price low to high, you'd see there are definitely some very affordable options. $30 a day for a Dodge Charger. You have a Toyota Camry for $36 a day. Definitely way cheaper than it would be with Hertz. But like I said, we're having some fun on vacation. So first off, we're going to go high to low. We go into the filters, and they have a lot of different filters available, such as if you want to have an electric vehicle, if you need a certain number of seats, either if you're traveling as a family or with a group of friends. My husband and I really enjoy doing fast and fun. We also look at upscale and at the elite. But fast and fun is just fun, guys. So I scroll on down, you're able to see that there is a Jaguar here. There are going to be some Ford Mustangs. There's a Porsche Cayenne, a Chevy Camaro, a Land Rover. And so there are obviously all these different vehicles. Whenever I go in to look at a vehicle, let's say I was wanting to rent this Porsche right here, I'm able to scroll through, see all different pictures. And then when I go down, you're able to see this is a 5-star rated host, Tiara, and obviously I can modify my start time date, my end, and then you'll see that there is a 7-day discount here. That's pretty standard across most people for Turo. For 7 days, there's some other discounts that I'm going to show you in a minute when I move on to a different car. But they have a description, they have some features. If there is an age limit, that will show up here. 21 is not uncommon, 25 is not uncommon to see. Usually is very common to see no smoking, no vaping, so just be aware of that. But for instance, she includes extra options that you can add on, like a stroller, beach gear, snorkel gear, a child's safety seat if they happen to be bringing a child. And it is extremely easy to book these cars. She actually has an unlimited distance for the car, which is, I wouldn't say rare, but okay, actually, yeah, I would say rare. Now, that was if we were going to be renting a car this week in Hawaii. What if instead we're looking for a summer trip? Let's say we're looking at going in May, landing on May the 20th, and then going back home on the 28th. Now, once again, we have a ton of cars that are showing up here, but maybe this $284 a day is over your budget. No problem. You can absolutely filter. Let's filter down to $150 a day. We're able to view those results. Again, you're still seeing Porsches, you're still seeing Stingrays, you are seeing a wonderful Cayman 2018, but the specific one that I want to show you is the Porsche that my husband and I rented when we were in Honolulu, because we had such an awesome time with it. And again, you're thinking, how on earth can a Porsche be this cheap? Well, that's because it's Turo. As I keep scrolling on down, we find the Porsche that my husband and I rented. Now, this host, Jason, was amazing. Again, now that we're booking so much farther out in advance, you're seeing an early bird discount pop up as well. Now, what if you were only going to be in Hawaii for a few days? So let's say 4 days. Now, if we go up to 4 days, we are now getting a 3+ day discount. So $22 off, plus we're still getting that early bird discount. We are allowed 600 miles for that range. And as we scroll down, Jason also offers extras such as snorkel gear, prepaid fuel, unlimited mileage. So great option. If I want to book this car, here's how easy it is. I hit continue, and then I scroll down. I can see if I want any extras or not. I do not. Then we are able to enter our insurance information if you want to knock off $250 off your security deposit. This car does have a more expensive $750 security deposit, but again, it is refundable as long as you don't do any damage to the car. And so you're able to see all the discounts here. Your total is going to come to $586.36 to get to rent this fabulous Porsche. Now, I want to show you guys a comparison, and let's go further on out into the summer. Let's go to July for the 4th. Instead of being in Hawaii, let's say that we are going to New Orleans. Now, because I'm wanting to show this specifically, I am going to pick a very specific set of settings, and that is going to be with Toyota. So if you were specifically after some specific type of car, say a Rolls Royce, you could absolutely filter for that. But this is the Toyota Supra that my husband and I rented when we were in New Orleans. So super fun to drive as well. I will say not quite as much fun as the Porsche was, but again, it was a lot of fun. And we were absolutely able to pick this up at the airport, which made it very convenient for us. We didn't have to pay anything extra for that. Again, you see no smoking or vaping, no pets. In this case, he does say 30 years or older. I will say my husband was not 30 when we rented this car. We told him that, and he was still okay with us renting the car because we were upfront about it. He's a 5-star host. He also has 552 trips, so he's clearly done a lot of business, and he is someone who runs Turo as a business for himself. Again, we can hit continue, and I want to show you this to show you the difference in price between Hertz and Turo. So here we go, looking at this for Saturday, July 1st through July 4th. And we're a total of $531 after all the fees and the minimum protection. This car does not have an extra security deposit on it, so that's not something that you will see with every car, which is another reason I wanted to show you this. Now, here we are looking at the same dates for the same city, and if we were to consider, say, getting a Chevy sedan, we were to do pay later for the just plain run-of-the-mill Chevy, we would be paying $459.52 compared to $531.37. That is less than $100 difference to go from just a plain Jane Chevy to a sports car. And you don't even necessarily know exactly which car you'll be getting with Hertz. You will have to stand in a line, and let's face it, driving a Chevy, not nearly as much fun as driving this cool fancy car. Now, when I'm ready to book this car, all I have to do is hit I agree to pay, book the car, I enter my payment information, and that's it. The car is there, it's waiting. Keys are generally in a lockbox. When my husband and I, as well as my parents, were down in New Orleans back in the fall for a wedding, they rented a Chevy Equinox through Hertz. They paid more for their Chevy Equinox than we did for our Toyota Supra, and we definitely had way more fun driving this thing around than they did in the Chevy. So again, this is all about the experience. You get to experience driving a cool, fun car, be it a Porsche, a McLaren, a Lamborghini, and you get to do it yourself with the people that you enjoy being around. You don't have to go to a dealership and sit through all the run 'em around to do a test drive. You don't have someone who is not someone that you're comfortable with sitting in the car with you, telling you the exact route that you can drive the car to get a feel for it. You actually get to drive this car around, go where you want to go, have fun with it, get a real feel for the vehicle, and get to have a real experience. My husband and I still talk about driving our Porsche, and that was nearly a year ago. And I think that is sort of where Turo is so amazing, is that they are basically Airbnb for your car. And it is truly a very unique experience that allows you to get to have a much more luxurious vacation just by having that simple car, spending less than $100 more, and getting something that you're going to have so much more fun with. So with that, I wish you the best of luck in your vacation planning and hope you have a great rest of your day, everyone. Bye!